When a manservant shall play the cur with him, look you, it goes hard. One that I brought up of a puppy, one that I saved from drowning even when 3 or 4 of his blind brothers and sisters went to it. I have taught him, even as one would say precisely, thus I would teach a dog. I was sent to deliver him as a present to Mistress Sylvia from my master. And I came no sooner into the dining chamber, but he steps me to her trencher and steals her capon's leg. Oh, 'tis a foul thing when a cur cannot keep himself in all companies. If I had not had more wit than he to take a fault upon me that he did, I think verily he had been hanged for it. As sure as I live, he had suffered for it. You shall judge. He thrust me himself into the company of 3 or 4 gentleman-like dogs under the Duke's table. He had not been there, bless the mark, a pissing while, but all the chamber smelt him. Out with the dog, says one. What cur is that, says another. Whip him out, says a third. Hang him up, says the Duke. I, having been acquainted with the smell before, knew it was crap, and goes me to the fellow that whips the dogs. Friend, quoth I, you mean to whip the dog? I'm married, do I? Quoth he. You do him no wrong, quoth I. 'Twas I did the thing you walked of. He makes me no more ado, but whips me out of the chamber. How many masters would do this for his servant? Nay, I'll be sworn I have sat in the stocks for puddings he had stolen, otherwise he had been executed. I have stood on a pillory for geese he had killed, otherwise he'd suffered for it. Thou thinkst not of this now? Nay, I remember the trick you served me when I took my leave of Madam Sylvia. Did not I bid thee still mark me and do as I do? When didst thou see me heave up my leg and make water against the gentlewoman's farthingale? Didst thou ever see me do such a trick?
Is thy name. I likely will employ thee in some service presently.
And what you please, I'll do what I can.
I hope thou wilt. How now, you horse and peasant? Where have you been these past 2 days? Loitering?
Marry, sir, I carried Mistress Sylvia, the dog you made me.
And what says she's my little jewel?
She says that your dog was a cur and tells you courage thanks is good enough for such a present.
But she received my dog.
No, indeed she did not. Here have I brought him back again.
What? Didst thou offer her this from me?
Aye, sir. The other squirrel was stolen from me by the hangman's boys in the marketplace. And then I offered her mine own, who was a dog as big as 10 of yours, and therefore the gift the greater.
Go, get thee hence and find my dog again, or never turn into my sight. Away, as I say, stay here to vex me. A slave that still an end turns me to shame. Sebastian, I have entertained thee, partly that I have need for such a youth that can with some discretion do my business, for 'tis no trusting on foolish lout, but chiefly for thy face and thy behavior, which, if my augury deceive me not, witness good bringing up, fortune, and truth. Therefore know thee, for this I entertain thee. Go presently, and take this ring with thee. Deliver it to Madam Sylvia. She loved me well, delivered it to me.
It seems you loved not her, not leave her token. She is dead, belike.
Not so. I think she lives.
Alas,
Why dost thou cry alas?
I cannot choose but pity her.
Wherefore shouldst thou pity her?
Because, methinks, she loved you as well as you do love your Lady Sylvia. She dreams on him that has forgot her love. You dote on her that cares not for your love. 'Tis pity love should be so contrary, and thinking on it makes me cry alas.
Well, give her that ring, and therewithal this letter. That's her chamber. Tell my lady I claim the promise of her heavenly picture. Message done, hie into my chamber, where thou shalt find me sad and solitary.
How many women would do such a message? Alas, poor Proteus, thou hast entertained a fox to be the shepherd of thy lambs. Alas, poor fool, why do I pity him that with his very heart despiseth me? Because he loves her, he despises me. Because I love him, I must pity him. This ring I gave him when he parted from me to bind him to remember my goodwill. And now am I, unhappy messenger, to plead for that which I would not obtain, to carry that which I would have refused, to praise his faith, which I would have dispraised. I am my master's true confirmed love, but cannot be true servant to my master unless I prove false traitor to myself. Yet will I go for him, but yet so coldly as heaven it knows I would not have him speed. Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you be my mean to bring me where to speak with Madam Sylvia.
What would you prefer, that I be she?
If you be she, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak the message I am sent on.
From whom?
From my master, Sir Proteus, madam.
Oh, he sent you for a picture? Aye, madam. Ursula, bring my picture there. Go, give your master this. Tell him from me one Julia that his changing thoughts forget would better fit his chamber than this shadow.
Madam, please you peruse this letter. Pardon me, madam. I have unadvised delivered to a paper that I should not. This is the letter to your ladyship.
I pray let him come back again.
It may not be. Good madam, pardon me.
There, hold. I will not look upon your master's lines. I know they are stuffed with protestations and full of newfound oaths, which he will break as easily as I would tear his paper.
Madam, he sends your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that he sends it to me, for I have heard him say 1,000 times since Julia gave it him at his departure, though his false finger hath profaned the ring. Mine shall not do his Julia so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayst thou?
I thank you, madam, let me tender her. Poor gentlewoman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know her?
Almost as well as I do know myself, and to think upon her woes I do protest. I have wept 100 several times.
Belike she thinks that Proteus hath forsook her.
I think she doth, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She hath been fairer, madam, than she is when she did think my master loved her well. She, in my judgment, was as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking glass and threw her sun-expelling mask away, the air has starved the roses in her cheeks and pinched the lily tincture of her face. And now she has become as black as I.
How tall was she?
About my stature, for at Pentecost, when all of our pageants of delight were played, our youth got me to play the woman's part, and I was trained in Madame Julia's gown, which served as fit by all men's judgments, as if the garment had been made for me. Therefore, I know she's about my height. And at that time, I made her weep with good, for I did play a lamentable part, which I so lively acted with my tears that my poor mistress, moved therewithal, wept bitterly. And would I might be dead if I in thought felt not her very sorrow.
She is beholden to thee, gentle youth. Alas, poor lady, desolate and left, I weep myself to think upon thy woes. Here, youth, there is my purse. I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, because thou lovest her. Farewell.
And she shall thank you for it, if ever you know her. A virtuous gentlewoman, mild and beautiful. I hope my master's suit will be but cold, since she respects my mistress' love so much. Alas, how love can trifle with itself. Here is her picture. Let me see. I think if I had such attire, this face of mine was full as lovely as this of hers. And yet the painter flattered her a little, unless I flatter with myself too much. Her hair is auburn, mine is perfect brown. If that be all the difference in his love, I'll get me such a colored parrot wig. Her eyes are gray as glass, and so are mine. Aye, but her forehead's low and mine's is high. What should it be that he respects in her, but I can make respected in myself? His fond of love are not blind with God. Come, shadow, come, and take this shadow up, for 'tis thy rival. O thou senseless form, thou shalt be worshipped, kissed, loved, and adored. Were there sense in his idolatry, my substance should be statue in thy
attended by some spies.
You're not. The forest is not really dark. If we recover of that, we are sure enough.
Sir Proteus, what says Sylvia's my suit? Oh, sir, I find her milder than she was, and yet she takes exceptions at your person.
What? That my leg is too long?
No, that it is too little.
I will wear a boot to make it so frounder.
But love will not be spurred by what it loathes.
What says she's my face?
She says it is a fair one.
Nay, but the wanton lies. My face is black.
But pearls are fair, and the old saying is, like men are pearls in beauteous ladies' eyes.
'Tis true. Such pearls as without ladies' eyes. For I'd rather wink than look on them. How like she my discourse?
Ill, when you talk of war.
But well when I discourse about peace.
Better indeed when you hold your peace.
What says she's my ally?
Oh, sir, she makes no doubt of that.
She needs not when she knows it cowardice.
What says she's my bird?
She says you are well derived.
True, from a gentleman to a fool.
Oh, I pities them.
Wherefore?
Such an ass should owe them.
They are out by least.
Here comes the Jew.
How now, Sir Proteus, how now, Curio? Which of you saw Eglamour plays?
Not I.
Nor I.
Saw you my daughter?
Neither.
Why then, she's fled unto that peasant Valentine, and Eglamour is in her company. 'Tis true, for Friar Lawrence met them both as he and penance wandered through the forest. Him he knew well, and guessed that it was she, but being masked, he was not sure of it. Besides, she did attend confession at Patrick's cell this evening, and there she was not. These likelihoods confirm her flight from hence. Therefore, I pray you stand not to discourse, but mount you presently, and meet with me upon the rising of the mountain foot that leads toward Mantua, whither they are fled. Dispatch, sweet gentlemen, follow me.
Why, this it is the peevish girl that flies her fortune and follows her. I left her more to be revenged on Eglamour than for the love of reckless Sylvia.
And I will follow more for Sylvia's love than hate of Eglamour that goes with her.
And I will follow, more to cross that love than hate of Sylvia, that is gone for love.